goes. Good. And do right here. Don't worry, you're not on the stream. I'm on in the stream at the moment. See if anybody goes up. Cool. So do a little live and everybody shows up. We'll talk about what goes on. Nobody shows, so well. This from a cell phone, which is not easy. If there is anybody attempting to watch, give YouTube a chance to get to their ads they don't pay nobody for. Where it is. Here are the products. And if you're watching, just trying to survive the heat here in Texas. No generator, it's why it's super quiet. Something I got trying to cool myself down. This little battery operated fan. It goes through a lot of batteries. Oh yeah. There's 110, 108 outside on the roof. At the weather station, and 95, 96 inside here. Oh, there was somebody and they left. Or whatever the case may be. Show up. Say hello. So I know somebody's here. Not. Just sit here. Sitting here. Roasting on Pepsi. No generator. Got 4 different generators. And for various reasons, none of them work. We can't even try to cool it down a few degrees. Charge CPAP. Now to grab my glasses and it's outside on the table. Hey, they're a little hot still. And my hair looks like garbage. Apologize. Yeah, I can only do so much. Generators on all the generators are on the fritz. Worst part is one of the companies, 3-year limited warranty. Within the first year, down more than it was up, and they don't want to honor the warranty. It's not designed for RVs. Somebody would have an RV plug when you advertise it to RVers. Used for RVs. They seem to get out of having to do anything. I think it's better just as an emergency backup for a whole house. Okay. 6,500 peak watts. It's not running a whole lot. Well, it run a small little house. More than enough for an RV. How good or bad this stream is. I don't know if anybody can even hear me. From what I can tell, on Rumble and YouTube, ain't nobody there. I know it's Sunday. I know it's Sunday afternoon. In the middle of, well, middle. Oh, heck, we're getting towards the end of summer. Middle to end. Hey, I can show up. Let's just see in here. Sterling put down on the price on my regular kits. Home Depot and Best Buy. But it's still, well, we don't have mobility scooter. The VA won't give me one because they're concerned. They want the money for their stuff. So Central Texas is terrific to go to his little guy. Trying to figure out what he came in as a troll or a fairy for his with that having to positions. Guy hire possibly. So of course. Nobody cares how the VA treats vets. Nobody cares how people lie all the time. I honestly say people have forgotten the golden rule. 200 hours if you have them duty to. Aaron Matthews. Why would I say that? If you tell somebody you're going to show up or you're going to do something, well, follow through. Or if you're not going to follow through, if you're planning on it and something happens, let the person know. Give them an update. Or if you were just tickling ears, oh, I'll help you fix this. I'll stop by and help you fix this later this evening or tomorrow. Okay. That person really needs that stuff fixed. And for health reasons, and my generators, and you want to lie to me. Well, or lie to my wife. Say you're going to stop by, you never stop by. People never stop by. Don't say you're going to do something and then never do it, especially if you weren't meaning to do it in the first place. I mean, to you, it's nothing. But to the person who is relying on that help, it's everything. Because for some of us, we hate asking for help to start with. I would, especially when it is a proven point by many people, not just myself, that if you see someone on the side of the road holding a sign. Now, there are those who are drug addicts. There are some of those. There are many that aren't. Circumstances that just bit them in the butt. And see someone holding a sign. And if they're a male, no matter their disabilities, no matter whether or not they're a veteran, well, you're not as likely to give to them versus if it was a female standing there. God forbid the females like pretend, they use their children as tools. That are kids, they call their children. But that's a totally different matter and a totally, well, I've seen that in other ways too, but not just the most recent most famous on YouTube right now. Go there. Not my circus, not my monkeys. But yeah, if you're here, say hello. Please. You're here. Give a like, subscribe, thumbs up, follow, whatever. We're going through on 2 platforms right now, Rumble and YouTube. And the YouTube, probably the one that's going to have anybody following it to start with. The account I'm doing on Rumble is different than the ministry account I usually stream out of. So please. Yeah, that's just and Texas heat. Yeah, it beats it somewhere else with our situation could be similar or slightly different. But thanks to the VA, I don't have an income. The VA screwed up my medical record so bad. I can't get SSI, SSDI. Well, definitely can't get SSDI now because I'm beyond what is that, 10-year qualifier. So you could work 20, 25 years paying into it. But they only go back, they only look back 10 years for wages. And then you only have so much time to claim if you're unable to work anymore. God forbid you get your health care through the VA and they don't want to put anything down in your health records that shows that you actually have problems. There are many vets out here that are all fighting the VA on various levels, up to and including false arrests. Bogus charges. Shout out to vet on that one. I hopefully gets resolved soon for you, brother. But love to talk radio, but can't do too much radio right now because don't have any power. Well, I have power. I have a 120-watt solar panel, keep maintaining the older marine deep cycle, smaller, the smallest one they make, house battery, which powers my 12-volt devices. Gives me at least power to keep cell phones charged up a little bit and keep a little jetpack from streaming through now. If you're here, say hello. Well, I don't expect anybody anyways. Why would I? Yeah. One gets older, they start contemplating different things. And, some of the things that you contemplated. Or you consider where your hometown is, especially if you're a cat. When you have health conditions. And you start thinking of those end of life things, such as burial, cremation, just so a burial or whatever. Where would you like to be buried, and how would you be? Who would you have as pallbearers or any of that? Pallbearers. Got to thinking, I ain't got nobody. Or truly a place that I've been able to that I can really connect with and say is home anymore. My physical living relatives. Well, other than my wife and daughter, the rest of them want nothing to do with me. I get gaslit by one half brother, but yeah, worried about him. The whole purpose we came to Austin, Texas in the first place. I was trying to reconnect with that side of the family that I never had a chance to really connect with when I was a teenager. I didn't know growing up. First 12 years of my life, I didn't even know they existed. Fine. Talk to me. Help me get out of this mode. I got the link in the description. Try to help raise funds for the scooter. This is like the fourth time I've posted that link. It's finally gotten some traction thanks to Mike the Skipper over at Veteran Nation. Veteran Nation Foundation. Anybody wants to come on with me, delegate to most depressing conversation, and send you the link. Watching the squirrel go to the heck in the handbasket. Different places, growing up. All changes over time. Understandable. But when you've always been the oddball, what do you do? showing a second person here or something. I don't know if that's just YouTube glitch or what. Probably. There's somebody coming in. Say hello. Oh, I'm just gonna stay here for as long as I can. Okay, get out. Yeah, I'd like to grow my channel, but it's hard when you don't get feedback. Some of the people that showed up in the first place try to help you build your channel. Well, let's just say people don't always see eye to eye, but don't say you don't want yes men, and then get on to somebody because they weren't a yes man. Made no sense. And then try to say that someone who spends their whole life in devotion to others, military, volunteer, ministry, yet I'm not devoted to helping others. That's an interesting insult. But it's what it is. If something were to happen to me today, I know I definitely don't deserve any place like Arlington. Way below that level. Local VA cemeteries, well, you usually want one that's close to home, or where you call home, where you got a lot of friends and fellow service members that are passed in there, and you want to be with your brothers and sisters in arms. Well, I don't have that either. Well, we've been developing a bit of a veteran community here through the streaming services, YouTube and Rumble and whatnot. But I do what I can to help other people. I ain't got the money to vote for some of those channels. So they wanted your money. Others are pretty good. But some of them, if you don't pay for the subscriptions or whatever, then you almost act like you don't exist. Or I try to say, I won't go there. Somebody else already mentioned that today, and I don't want to drag up what they were saying too much. Boy. Oh, hello, hello. Anybody out there? Anybody hear me? The reason I try to do this is that's another thing I run into. Part of the reason I'm stuck in this situation in life is nobody takes the time to get to know me. Ever. Like my exes didn't even take the time to get to know me. But they're my exes. Who I am, what I'm about. And of course, the general consensus is they fear what they don't know. So they don't show up, they don't say hi, nobody comes by and visits. Very few people message or call me. My phone blows up, but it's mostly notifications off of all the streams that I follow and comment on YouTube and Rumble. I have a Discord server for the ministry and podcasts, and I even created a little veterans section corner for a gathering there. Of course, most people see the ministry part of it and run. Run like hell. Another thing that's weird is last couple of days, songs that I basically listened to in the non-Christian songs I've listened to in what, the 90s or so, late 80s, 90s. Playing quite a few of those. Old age thing. Like some old mom vets I know would sit there and listen to nothing but the old age station all day long. Old mom vet back in Oregon. Great guy. Very good guy. I hope he's still alive. Hope he's doing well too. He had a couple of moocher hang-arounds. Well, I always had me worried about him. There's no mom vet. Place to pitch a tent. He had no problem with allowing me to do that on his property. VA was screwing him over even back in the day. They still owe him basic speech and reading and writing lessons. Okay, just talking to the wife there for a moment. Back. If YouTube would make up its mind, somebody showing up and leaving, or just YouTube being funny occasionally, coming in, parsing, grabbing a screenshot. Surprised me either way. How's it working? If anybody's out there, please say hello, like, subscribe, do something, interact somehow. Nobody's gonna know I'm even here. Well, nobody knows I'm here to begin with. Got very few subscribers to start with, and when they subscribe, come in, like, subscribe, and then see ya. Hard sitting on the sold stuff. Old cushions, add more cushion to it because of my edema and weight and stuff. It just still sitting on hardwood. Not good for the back, not good for anything. Yeah. Anybody wants to join me, please jump in. No, I'll share a link with you. Right. Oh, Samsung. All I'm doing is basically see how long it takes me to actually get somebody to show up to my screen. Screen with anybody else's screen. I don't know of. Especially the really popular YouTubers. I know I could never. I'm not able to do any of the fun stuff they do. Like storage lockers, resell, money, re-gift, re-home. Oh, restore. Yeah, storage. Re-storage. Yeah. Yes, I'm using that word. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. That's I know today's today. Yeah, today's Sunday. It's been so hot for without a generator for a couple weeks now that I can't remember what day it is. Between that and the transmission went out on her car back at the end of January. Only once have I gone more than 20 feet away from this RV, and that was thanks to someone giving me a ride to the auto parts store and the Family Dollar. Other than that, can't go that far. And that nice big old roller that the VA tried to mess up on and give me the one's not even designed for my weight. Well, the brake cable, one of the brake cables snapped on it yesterday. Well, the brakes weren't even working to begin with, but at least it was somewhat peace of mind. Things got flimsy and nobody, seat back doesn't even stay in place. So sitting in it, just sitting in it is painful as not as sitting on the ground. I see. All I can do is just about stretch out on the ground in the shade if I can find a flat, some grass and not weeds or ivy. Here's this park because you don't want to go too far into the public park and get in trouble for camping and doing all the wrong things. But yeah, if you really want to see where we're at, you can Google it. We not are only on RV and car, not only on Google satellite maps at this point. It's around October, November last year. But as of a few months ago, apparently they got the street view of us. So look at my call sign. Just search on my call sign or aprs.fi and search my call sign. You'll get my location, my most recent known location. Plug that into Google Maps, and there he is. There I've been. I understand nobody's on Rumble because nobody knows about this account on Rumble. How about the other one? Ministry related. Subscribe to the KD7LTN Rumble account. But YouTube, seriously? Nobody? And of course, I can't afford to pay for the check marks on X, so I can't stream there too. Apparently, Rumble Studio stopped allowing it. Still got tweaked with how it streams to Facebook. If it can, so yay. Or maybe it's just a phone app doesn't stream to Facebook. I don't know. If you're here, say hello. Please let me know you're here. Please. Talking to myself. And myself is a moron. Oh boy. I might even sing for you. I don't know. I might sing COPD. They do it as well. Who doesn't like music? Wonderful. The right lyrics. That's all day long, but nobody wants to listen to it. What's up? Hey there. Say hello. Something. On Rumble, there's a colors feature during call in or something. Yeah, come on, YouTube. What's going on? Is there somebody there on YouTube? Is there not anybody there on YouTube? That's just the question. Mm-hmm. 1 0 1 0. Binary stuff's annoying. So hot and exhausted. It's not funny. First part is I even reach out to a hand group trying to get help with the generator. I can't fix it myself. One, I don't have a clue what the hell I'm doing. Two, with my disabilities, I can't bend over and do the things that are required. The stuff I haven't done. If I mention I have a wife, daughter, and dog, oh, then people might actually do something. They care more about them than they do about the disabled veteran. What's wrong with this world? What's wrong with this country? What's wrong with the state of Texas? State non-vets. The state of Texas, of all places. You don't understand. Austin's Austin. Austin wants to be freaking San Francisco. In fact, most of them leave San Francisco and come to Austin and try and ruin it like they were in San Francisco. But I don't get it. I don't get it. They should be proud of the say I did Texas. I mean, heck, so proud I got the state of Texas tattooed on my arm. See how even Texas treats veterans now. Man, ridiculous. What can you do? And reach out to government who doesn't listen. And I'll get part of the government, people in government that do actually listen to their constituents. Got so many constituents trying to get their ear to listen to them that you can't get heard. AKA trying to reach out to President or former and soon to be again President Trump. And personally, I think states should be able to have some control over the VAs within their state. If you're having problems with the VA, they should be able to step in and do something, bust through that union wall. Because I sure as hell think that they can charge a veteran with what they consider a state crime on VA property, but they'll trying to have the state actually enforce basic healthcare standards on the VA. VA just wants all the veterans to die, or at least slow die, so that way they stay in their homes, can't come out. Like I haven't even been rescheduled for a freaking appointment. It's been more than a year since I last saw primary care. And they reached out to me to schedule a new appointment, but even though I asked for community care, oh no. I know I just secure messaging. They know I know how to use the app, but they completely removed my ability to access the so-called patient advocates. Want me to rant and ramble? I'm going to rant and ramble. Central Texas VA Healthcare System, CTX VA HCS. Got that freaking memorized so well. Do they care? No. Will they ever care? No. Not until they start getting freaking fired. Good luck with that. The only thing you can do is maybe call them out on social media and put pressure that way against Michael Kiefer, U.S. Army retired little troll. Yes, and he is very big about his height. He's either a troll or a fairy, but from what I can tell, he's at least married to a woman, so I believe he's a troll. A troll who attends DEI meetings instead of actually working to help veterans. Oh, I didn't take the time or care to review the email you sent me with the documentation and proof of us screwing up. Oh, we're going to do this, this, and this. No. But sure as shit did I get a bad boy letter because I had advocated for health care. Actually advocated to a real physician. I scheduled the appointment with the real physician, the same real physician that made Employee of the Month for the Central Texas Healthcare System, VA Texas Healthcare System. And oh yeah, this person is so highly regarded. Yeah, so highly regarded, but he can't see his that. That's scheduled an appointment with him. And he's highly regarded because he helps the system cover itself up. That's what it is. They're just scratching each other's backs. Yeah, you denied all these vets, so here's an attaboy for you. I don't think angry vet. No one really understands angry vet. It's well hidden. I keep my temper under control. The thing is, I've seen this Texas, Central Texas, Houston area. I saw it in Ohio. I saw it in New York State, upstate. Not, I'm not talking down in the Hudson Valley area. I'm talking upstate New York, or one of the cities that has the best rating for veteran friendly cities. Buffalo, New York is part of that system. Yeah, I'm a Christian. I'm a minister. I do my best to put on a smiley face all the doggone time. I try to be. I want to be cheerful. I want to be happy for everybody else. I want to be that good minister. But I got problems too. But nobody wants to hear about my problems. They don't want to take time to know that I'm a real human being. Yes, I'm a real boy, like Joe Biden. Come on, if you're here, say hello, please. If you enjoy my rant, give me a thumbs up on it. Or a thumbs down, do something. Streaming through Rumble to YouTube, but it's different Rumble account than the one most people are familiar with. Well, not most people. A few people are familiar with. Don't know what to do. Most I can do because I can't go anywhere. I don't have a mobility scooter. I don't have mobility options. The most I can do is I can't go more than 20 feet away from this RV. I get 10 feet away from this RV and I can't freaking breathe. But the nearest pavilion is 20 feet away, so I've had to push myself to go that far to use the picnic tables to try to work on, to do what I could to work on the generator. But now the repairs are beyond anything I can do. Yet, I'm just expected to die. That's what the VA wants. They want me to die. They want me to die so they can say, "Oh well, we helped this vet at one point, but we don't want to help him actually get the health care he needs. We don't want to help him. Actually, we don't want to help him with mobility and to be able to have a good quality of life, be able to get out and enjoy life with his family and friends, or to go petition the government about how messed up we are. God forbid you have a mobility scooter that can actually go to your government offices and get up the ramps and steps or whatever and actually go and petition them in person. Oh, the VA don't want you to be able to do that. You're able to do that. Oh man, they know their jobs are in jeopardy. That's why they don't want me to have a mobility scooter. They want me to sit. Oh, you're in an RV. Just sit there and die. You're not allowed to travel. If I was in a house, I wouldn't be able to travel out of that house. But you can't afford a house because rent's way too darn much. And you got to have the oh so perfect credit score and oh so perfect this and that to even try to buy a house anymore. I mean, I got to be able to purchase a small plot of land just to park this RV on, put a freaking shed over it, add a couple extra buildings, makeshift buildings, whatever to it. It's all good. At least it'd be something that doesn't get taken away from us in 90 days or 60 days or 45 days because the VA didn't turn in paperwork to welfare fast enough and therefore the case is closed and your cash assistance is gone that pays the rent. So now you're getting an eviction notice. Stupid government games that are played. If that stuff was ran through church, through actual real churches and real charities, it'd be a totally different. No, that basket of nuts. So 110 out, 98 in, 56% humidity on the dash inside, and was it 50% humidity outside? That glasses should have cooled down by now. Go to 110.8, 50% humidity, 98.2, and 55%. UVI index of 3. Barometric pressure 1009.6. Anybody cares? Here, say hello. Please, please, please say hello. Interaction something. Let me know you're there. You can just sit here, rant and rave. Yes, I'm a Christian, I'm a minister, and I smoke. Even though I still have COPD. It's a good the VA hates that one too. You spent 3 hours trying to fight for a cigarette. Yes, I'm addicted to the nicotine. I'll admit it. I have an addiction. Nicotine. I want to talk with them. Let me know. If I already have you in my contacts, drop the link. We'll have a conversation. Not trying to sit here ranting, ready to talk to myself. Worst part is, I'm just based on my discharge, I'm nothing but an E2 Navy vet. Now, Rally Point puts E3 because they take the highest rank earned, not rank upon discharge. Doesn't make me still valid. That's just the way their rules and guidelines are set up. So that was kind of weird too. I couldn't make sure that. Yeah. Then again, I can respect that because it covers for the what happened to a lot of non-vets that busted down in rank towards, instead of dying. That's a stupid option back then. Fresh leaves and whatever. But anyways, my fellow veterans, thank you for your service. I know it coming from another vet, it may not seem like much. Happy to have brothers and sisters in arms. At least in one regard. Send that down to we have a bunch of domestic enemies right now that we swore an oath. We swore an oath against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Hey, I said I got 4 of you. Say hello, please. Let me know you're here. Say it, I support Israel. So, any trolls? Anybody like you want to be a troll? We got some good friends. But I think the BS is going on. Marxist, communist garbage. Okay. It's really for an hour. Nobody. Nobody says lie. See? It has 30, up to around 30 or so subscribers. But obviously, they don't fit in with their agendas. For those that I know that aren't really doing much right now. I do believe one other person is probably doing one of their multiple daily live streams about now. Oh well. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And I avoided, did my best to avoid going in any lives or people, other channels are doing theirs. Did on purpose. I go on after, do my little live stream thing after them. I try to pick a totally different time slot. Well, then a select few couple that have been supportive in return. I'm going to be anymore. Like it matters. They have their 100 subscribers, 100, 200,000 subscribers. It's Sunday. So we have a couple that just popped in. On occasion, keep showing me from YouTube at the moment. Other people just getting out of church services on Sunday on the West Coast. I don't know. This ain't a church service, not this. This is an in-your-face service. Stop disrespecting us veterans. Disrespecting us Christians. That's right. You want to lie to people. Yeah, I'm going to help you do this. I'll help you do this. We'll do this for you. Crickets. That's exactly what it is. I'm still here. I still have audio. I just muted. I'm silent. No, it's 3. I'll say hello, please, people. Like, subscribe, follow, all the usual rigmarole. Mark, you want to help me get a scooter? The link's in the description. For Gives and Go. Uh, okay. Please, anybody here? Hey, hello. Yeah, I know you're here, honey. Hello. Good, just got home. We said everybody's here, saying hello. Hello. The Rumble I'm streaming to is one that has no followers, anyways. But at least streaming to my KD7LTN YouTube. But so it keeps giving me numbers that don't make sense. Nobody says hello, and they go from 0 to 1 to 2 or 3, and then back to 0. Nobody is either people are just dropping in and leaving, or at least just dropping in and saying hello. Drop a like, say hi, and then go, please. Let me know you were here. Let me know something matters. Got more Houdinis than you know what to do with. That ain't gonna work. Honey, that last one's just too much. That last one's just too much, dear. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she hold back the pepper. What do you want me to do with it? What do you want me to do with it? Shut it down. Only... So it's no generator, no air conditioning. Where's Idaho? You ran back there to get out the way. Excuse me, to get out your way. You can hear say hello, please. Oh, there it is. You want me to send the cherry out for the friend? I don't say hello, huh? Do you want me to cherry blow the nurse out for the friend? Or no, fine for now. Fine, don't say hello to me. You're popping in, don't say hello. Don't like, don't subscribe. I'm not worth it. No, that is. Out there anything. Sit here drinking Dr. Pepper. Waiting for, doing what the VA wants. Will we die? VA wants, that's what most of America wants, all the veterans to die. They don't want to have to pay for their health care. They give the illegals all the health care and benefits possible. Yeah, you were dead. Okay. Your phone's charging, honey. Oh, that's good. I got this one up to when I'm using up to 84% at the moment. So
I know you were trying to do live stream, so I wasn't going to say anything.
I'm still attempting to do it, but there's nobody there. If there is, they don't want to say hello. So
Oh, they want to be in school and hi. Okay.
no, they don't even want to do that much. I think it's just YouTube algorithms coming in, grabbing a bit, see if they can shut you down for some silly reason.
Oh, Big Brother always spying on people.
Yeah, they're little AI bots. Either that, it could be the feds. I don't know. Because I'm one of those radical Christians. I ain't afraid to name names of government officials who freaking do me wrong. Senator Cruz, Colonel, retired Army, Michael Kiefer. What's his name? Is supposed to be my congressman for my district, but yet his veteran representative is in Dallas. But both the senators of Texas are a freaking joke. Can't return phone calls. Can't. Well, with Cruz, you can't even leave a message for a phone call. You call and leave a message, they don't return them. No, I don't want to think something later. You know, ridiculous. Senator Cruz in charge of the VA, Senate Committee over the VA, Veterans Affairs. And he cannot be reached on any single platform regarding a veteran with issues. His voice mailbox is full.
Ruby.
They don't return calls.
Ruby. Ice.
You send a message and they don't return those either.
Ruby, what's some ice cubes? Come on.
And that's the other senator from Texas. They don't care. They say they care about veterans. They don't. They care about votes. I wish there was a third party to go against them in November. Hell, I'd run. But nobody knows who I am. Nobody even watches my channel. So what good would it be for me to run for any sort of office when nobody gives two shakes of who I am or cares to know who I am? Because my opinion doesn't matter. Because I'm a veteran. And since I wasn't an officer in the military, it don't matter. I don't matter. I'm worthless. I have no political or any sort of power that they want to attach to. So I don't matter. They won't listen to me. They don't care. I mean, if anybody knew how I could, how I could speak with Trump or JD Vance or someone, higher up on his team, I'd love to. I'd love to tell them exactly what's going on with the VA and other things. But I don't have the connections. Yeah, woohoo! I follow people like Bongino and those that do and Benny and all those others that have those connections. Watch their videos. I comment in the background. Nobody cares. The few that do care have small platforms. And others that have small platforms that do care only care about you long enough to sit there and use you to connect to other people. Oh, you know some other vets? Let me get to know who those vets are, and then we'll toss your ass to the curb.
Nobody ever brought the water back in?
Earlier. Yeah. What's the matter? What's the matter, you? I know that's somebody's username on YouTube somewhere. And I know it's based off of Rocky M. Bullwinkle, Rocky's alma mater. What's the matter, you? I can shout out all day long to all these channels I follow. All these channels I sit here and watch all day long when I have the generator running and going. And doing what little I can by giving thumbs up and likes and going around to each of these channels that I can't afford money to support, but I could at least help drive their numbers up. But I can't do that now. But then again, who am I? I'm just one single person. And even though I make sure that I got not only notifications turned on from YouTube, but some of the notifications go straight to my Discord servers as well. My wife gets annoyed with some of them. Especially considering that I'm still getting notifications. I still have the notifications turned on for someone who did me dirty.
No, that person decided to call me and try to play nice with me. Excuse me, Ruby.
When was the last time they tried that?
That was Friday. I tried that on Friday.
But yet none of those people that followed me, because of him, still follow him, still show up. I mean, I'm here on a live stream on YouTube on a Sunday afternoon when he normally does his little stream. None of them came over to mine. Not even the ones who don't, the ones that, well, then again, a couple of them complained because they don't like me and what I stand for, and that me and my wife don't put up with nonsense. But
Yes, Bobby's right in your ice water. Here.
When you got to be the center of attention drama queen, people get annoyed after a while. Other people try to share their problems, but no, you got to make sure yours are the ones. Everybody's talking about you and your problems. Okay, you notice I go to other people's channels, and there's Mike the Skipper, Veteran Nation, and love the guy, love what he stands for, what he's doing, what he's trying to do. But unless asked or it's on topic, do I even mention what's going on with me? Notice I don't always drop just my links. I mean, yeah, I do drop them when when he says it's appropriate, or when he says something and that's the appropriate thing to do. But like a wrench should do. But lately, I've just been from phone, and I can't exactly just drop links from the phone so easily because my laptop's dead, no battery, because I have no way to power it back on. I don't have internet, so I don't have a way to power it on. And the internet I do have is slower than molasses, but that's another story. Let me say, thank you, Tina. I just saw that. Yeah, I see someone at least say hello. Yeah, everybody disrespects veterans these days. I think it's totally okay. This is just disrespecting each other as human beings is wrong. I mean, yeah, illegals are illegals are illegals. I'm gonna say that, illegal immigrants are illegal immigrants. But you're disrespecting veterans over those illegal immigrants, dishonoring them, kicking them out of care facilities and homes to house them, out of their housing. But then again, that's what the government does. They even when you are on welfare and getting assistance with housing, they set you up for failure. They make sure to try. You find the places that are budget friendly that will work for you and your family, but they make sure to give it to somebody else, and they shove you into something that they know you're going to be evicted from before too long. Yeah, so they can try and destroy you in the system, but you can't, or that, yeah, because you can't afford the utilities and all this other stuff. I mean, since when does a family of three, two adults, one child, need a three, or what's the landlord called a 4-bedroom apartment? When a little 2-bedroom trailer would have worked just fine. God forbid, give you something that, you can't afford the utilities on that. You already done the homework, then you're still here, Tina. The bar, it says, I guess. I said that right. Thanks for letting me know you're in Georgia. Yeah, speaking of which, got anybody from the Atlanta area, specifically Lithonia or Lithonia, how you want to pronounce it? I got an identity thief that's been up my backside since 2015, at least. And he's still showing the same address and basically had his false identity of me stolen with his email address and physical address and phone numbers. 2 phone numbers, actually. I can just use some help finally getting that fool because, in New York State, it's considered a felony because I'm a veteran, technically falling to the service members, and they did well over $2,000 worth of to my reputation, credit, and whatever thing. But so either way, it met the minimum felony definitions by New York State. But New York State didn't want to take the report, and then let alone send it to Atlanta. And then when I was calling Atlanta and stuff, they didn't want to do anything either. And this was way, 2015, 2016. This is before all the malarkey with Trump in Atlanta or Young Thug and all that stuff. I mean, really? I mean, the dude went so far as to submit a medical bill to the VA in my name. I don't know if that doctor was in on it too or what, but luckily the VA denied it. They denied that bill because it's too old of a bill. But literally, I got a letter in the mail. I got a letter in the mail for services rendered at an Atlanta hospital that I guess the amounts would probably coincide with maybe a drug test or something like that, job drug test or something. And the dates of the person that the thief was in that hospital, I was in FEMA 400 classes in person with 1 FBI agent, 4 New York State troopers were also in attendance in that physical class. IS 300, IS 400 class up in New York State. The hospital stopped trying to charge me for that bill, those bills. But that's the kind of garb. Oh, and then another thing that was caught that they pulled. Well, let's see. I couldn't get T-Mobile cell phone, so I got stuck with Sprint garbage service because they had 3 iPhones through T-Mobile in my name. And that was one of the first things they did. Well, besides stealing my driver's license and Social Security card, which I think was originally gotten from welfare in Rochester, New York. Because the only time my driver's license and Social Security card were out of my presence was when a Rochester, New York employee, government county employee, took our IDs, socials, and made to make copies for the record. And then conveniently tried to get our daughter taken through CPS, which did not happen because she was not, in any danger. And then 18 months later, come to find out, they weren't giving us the maximum food stamp and cash allotment benefits because they didn't have our daughter listed as in the household. Yet you're white, therefore you don't need help. You're white, therefore you're rich. Actually, I've heard that from an old white lady in North Dallas, basically Garland, Texas. Actually, it was Garland. That was Garland area. At a place years ago, this was before our daughter was born, before me and my wife were married. We were together, but we weren't married. We were in there trying to get, just simple food box, a little bit of help because my wife had received benefits from a deceased family member, and some of that got stolen, and then therefore we weren't able to have help with the hotel room. But we were going to take that money and get an apartment at the time. And needless to say, we go in, ask for help, and this white lady said, basically, since you're white, you don't need help. What kind of attitude is that? Oh, and literally around that in that same time frame. Look, here's another good one regarding vets not helping vets or whatnot. Literally, here's a fun thing: HEB. Okay, but not HEB the store. HEB the community. Hurst, Euless, Bedford, between Dallas and Fort Worth on the north side of the loop. Okay. Granted, they did end up helping us. The only legion that ever really ended up helping us with our situation. But they didn't help me because I was a member and from a different, out of the different posts and a veteran that needed assistance because of homelessness. No, they helped us because my wife, who is also a veteran, is a female. Then they, yeah, let's help you. How wrong is that garbage? When you can get help, you can't if you're basically a white male veteran or just a male veteran, period. Look at most of the veterans that are complaining on YouTube. Not all of them are white. I'll give you that. But the majority, but pretty much the majority of them are male and are white. I mean, it could just be the numbers game, or it could be a rigged system. The DEI. Oh, and my wife missed out on hearing this earlier. Is Colonel Michael Kiefer, the director of Central Texas VA healthcare system, and at one point he was the interim director over that position. So basically, he trained the guy that's there as a supervisor in Dallas, who doesn't answer their phones either. It has a Napoleon complex, but the couple times I've tried to when I was trying to reach out to him for 4 months straight on LinkedIn, he was at a couple of different conferences, one in Colorado, DEI conferences. And I'll say this again. I mean, I think I found what looks like his profile on Facebook. I haven't friended or anything like that. I'm not trying to stalk or do anything too deep or go really trolling like that. But I believe he's married to a woman. That's my belief and understanding. So that means little short shit Kiefer. You're not a fairy. That must mean you're a troll. That's the only way you're a DEI hire yourself, asshole. I said it. I know I'm not going to get monetized. I don't get monetized on anything. I don't have followers for anything. So my ministry don't have follow. I mean, yeah, there's a few people that follow the ministry on Facebook, but this isn't about the ministry. This is just about life in general. Like I said earlier, the golden rule: do unto others as you have them do to you. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If there's a delay and why you can't do it, reach out, let the person know what's honestly going on. Don't ghost them. And definitely don't catfish and say you're going to do something full well knowing you're not going to do it in the first place. Because multiple times people have said, oh, we're going to help you with this. So I don't do something on my end waiting for that other person. I waiting for that other person to show up. You know, for example, when we had the running car, when the car was able to drive, we wouldn't go to the grocery store because somebody else said they were bringing groceries. You know, the grocery store was our $10 to get bread and bologna. So we don't eat till super late because the person never was a no call, no show that we were relying on. Oh, I'm going to bring you this nice, wonderful dinner, and then don't show up. Recently, we were helping somebody else. It was supposed to have been a mutual benefit help out, where there was someone else similarly situated, housing wise or whatever. They live out of the van. Okay, whatever. Yes, they're drug addicts, is obvious. Oh, we'll let you borrow our, we'll share. They'll share their generator while he helps me repair ours. Okay, cool, no problem. Go ahead and come on over. Move over. We'll do that. Sounds like a good, because I was like, do you know anybody that knows anything about small engine repairs? Oh yeah, I do. Blah blah blah. Okay, know anything about generators? Yeah, I do. So he says. Okay, he gets part of my generator apart, then tries to take off with the parts, which is the cover for the lifters. But anyways, they get here. Now, we're respectful of the park. We don't take up the pavilions. We keep things real close to our RV. Only enough things are out of the RV and under it or next to it to be able to live in the RV. When we're traveling, all that stuff comes in, and literally, I have nowhere to sleep because we got that much stuff. Yes, it's kind of hard, but a lot of times we had it narrowed down, but people like to give us extra blankets, stuff like that for the winter, well-meaning, or because we're ministry, maybe hand out to other people. And yeah, but unfortunately, they've already handed out blankets to other people, and they're all good too. Some people need to learn how to focus with donations. But anyways, they get over here. They take up 3 different pavilions, have their garbage scattered everywhere. Sharing the generator. Yeah, they're using 2 extension cords to run fans and stuff inside their van. Older van, high top van. Okay, yeah, so we're using 85, 90% of the generator load. We're also paying for all the gas that was going into the generator when it was running. And mind you, they shut it off. They got mad. Oh, we don't work for free. Nobody works for free. Oh, let me also add that because we had someone that was donating food to us at the time, pretty regular, fairly regular. We were given plenty of food. My wife would cook it up, share, share decent portions with them, not like some small little soup kitchen or jailhouse portions. We're talking healthy portions, Texas portions. And we gave them a couple packs of cigarettes, Marlboros that were bought, they were bought for us. We shared out of our abundance, which truly is an abundance if you think about it. Just shared, gave the shirts literally, off of our own back to them. But yet, nobody works for free to fix a generator that he agreed to do, and we were paying for all the gas. Then one of the last things they tried to pull was, "Oh, I need to shut the generator down because I need to do change the oil." Okay, no problem. Shuts it down. A few hours later that evening, do you have any oil? No, I don't have any oil right now. My wife goes to the store, brings back a quart of oil so he can change the oil.
That's not just cheap oil, it's Pennzoil.
It's Pennzoil, and of course from a convenience store, so that's $10 a quart. Okay, and it sits on top of their generator for 2 days. He didn't do anything. We take the quart of oil back because what's it doing? Don't need somebody else walking off with it. And basically during that 2 days and a couple more days afterwards, they, especially him, that promised to work on my generator, help me get a generator running, literally only came out of that van twice in over 48 hours. And that was just to go to the nearest restroom. Basically, on whatever drug of choice, he was out of it for 2 days. All the while, their two chihuahuas are going nuts, wreaking havoc with everybody here in the public park, which has a dog park in the area as part of it, off-leash areas, and people walk with their dogs on the trails and everything. So yeah, that's some of my rant about do what you say what you're going to do.
Oh, don't forget how he tried.
Oh, and at one point in the middle of it, he turned around and said that, "Oh yeah, had shut off the generator. Oh yeah, we'll turn it back on because you need it not just you need the generator not just for comfort, for the air conditioner, but you need it for health reasons." Acknowledging that I use a use a CPAP and need it for health, needed running electricity for health reasons. So it's not like he didn't know about my health problems. And then come to find out afterwards, apparently he made a deal with a local pawn shop where he got given money ahead of time for that generator that he was supposed to work on. He was going to sell to the pawn shop. But because we were watching over it like a hawk, he couldn't sneak off with it. Especially realizing that we do have surveillance cameras. Not the greatest, but they work. If anything else, they're at least a deterrent. Yeah. So if you watch this or are watching this later and you stuck around through the video, great. More power to you. But yeah, we deal with that stuff all. If people followed through with what they said they were going to do, and didn't catfish or ghost us. And actually did, people said we would have enough RVs. We would have about 10 to 15 RV subs by now. Now, granted, we wouldn't have needed anything after the first one, but still, all the ones that made the promises, if they would have done what they said they were going to, and we're talking decent RVs. We're not talking the one I bought thanks to Coda Vets, which was not the greatest. I admit, I bought what I could afford, and it wasn't that great. And then this one that was bought by a church that everything supposedly worked actually wasn't bought by the church. The money was by the church in donations, but the person who bought it was a deaconess of a church, and well, I'm going to say it at this point because the last thing she did, she didn't keep her word on. I wasn't involved in the purchase of the RV, and I had to suck it up and take it up the ass. I'm going to say it. Everything works. There's no leaks, yada, yada. Allegedly paid $4,000 for it. It leaks at both the front and the rear where they normally leak on this type of RV. The generator that supposedly worked hasn't worked ever since we've had it. The onboard generator, which is an Onan Emerald 1. Probably a faulty board, which costs $200. The trailer wiring to be able to wire up magnet lights or whatever for the tow dolly to put on the car when we were towing it down. Yeah, that was completely cut out. Had to do wires out the tail lights, and then figure out a ground that's not that great of a ground to try and wire up, some decent safety lights for driving. The tow dolly that was also donated, bought, given, whatever. Yeah. I mean, some work. It'd be a pretty decent tow dolly, decent brand, but yeah, the condition it was in was, just think old Kentucky farm condition. Okay, and this happened in Kentucky. The plumbing's all screwed up on this RV, to where literally the water tank won't hold water because it drips right out the side because this little spigot that they had on the outside of it has no spigot, no shutoff valve. And then if you are lucky to have enough water in there to get the pump running long enough, or you hook up to, say, city water to bypass the tank and the drainage, you get water coming out behind the bathroom toilet because, the fittings are all screwed up. Now, the black and gray tanks do hold what they're supposed to hold, but we've never been able to take a shower inside this thing. Now, mind you, everything works. There's no problems with that $4,000 RV. Mind you, one of the first things I had to do when we got to Texas was bypass the old smog pump on this old Ford engine because it was seized up. I had to look into it and find out that there was a bypass to it, buying a shorter belt and just ignoring it. Just so you have an alternator to run the RV. So, yeah, that's fun. We've had one person here for a short. Probably not here now, or yeah, I can rant and rave all day long. But Not that hard to reach out to me if you do find this video later. My call sign, FCC call sign, is the dead giveaway. You search that, yo. Other than other than call letters like that popping up in some random gamer screen capture or something silly, it'll generally find me. Plus, on YouTube, there are links in the about and stuff like that as well. Then I'll close out the chat unless somebody's here and wants to talk about something else. Oops. No, so there's a couple people are here. You say hello, like, subscribe, usual. Didn't have to say it. There's a place to spend almost 2 hours mostly ranting and raving. There's something else to talk about, or a focused rant or rave. No, guess not. Yes, not. Anybody wants to come on with me for a few? Share a link. Want to come on and agree with me? Want to come on and rebut anything I've had to say? Come on, call me a liar? Say I'm talking out my ass? Oh, you don't know what you're talking about, or that's the first time hearing of it. Come on. Bring it on. Chat and chat. Come on with me on the stream. What she said to my face. Tell me I'm lying about my health issues. Tell me I don't need a powered mobility scooter and that the VA is correct. Show me proof that Colonel Kiefer does not go to DEI conferences in Colorado. Because you searched his name and it popped up as an image where he's tagged in it right there on LinkedIn. And he has a nice little resume too on his LinkedIn profile. Pentagon bean counter, West Point grad. Isn't that the same place Acorn Cop went to school? I don't know, him and Acorn Cop brothers. At least, although he didn't go deploy actually into combat, at least Acorn Cop deployed. Left stateside. Colonel Kiefer, and I don't know anything about making sure medical records have to be accurate. You're a freaking bean counter for the Pentagon, and then one of your other things that you did for the military was basically in charge of records for VA medical, or for not even VA, for actual base medical. Right there, freaking resume. And you're telling me you don't have the gall or the ability to verify or make sure that your people are putting in accurate information in veterans' medical records? Or care when someone, a veteran, points out the discrepancies? Don't even take the time to freaking read an email that's sitting on your desk over 2 weeks before meeting in person. And then, of course, make sure to arrange that meeting in person in a way for a time and place and in person. Can't be over the phone, can't be via Zoom, although someone else was there via Zoom, but I couldn't be there via the Zoom link. I had to drive up there 10:30 a.m. when you can't get a parking spot anywhere near the building, even with a disability placard. Trying to make sure that I didn't show up for that in-person conference. And then Bullet tried to attempt, because he's such a short shit, one, doesn't even get my name right, calls me Mr. Walker, because I have my cowboy hat on, and I'm 6'2". I have my rollator that they issued. Call me Mr. Walker. No, my name is Miller. So you can't even pay attention to the name. Then we get in there, and also not only is he in the room physically, but the Austin clinic director is also in the room. And via phone or Zoom, via computer Zoom, the chief medical officer, whatever you want to call him, who's at the time sitting down over in Houston or wherever, is on via computer, all in an attempt to intimidate and bully. And he didn't even have the gall to read the email. An email that not only did I send to him, but I also sent to the Austin director. Associate director, however they refer to it. How convenient. And then shortly after that, I'm getting, because of trying to get an appointment with an actual medical doctor on my care team, the medical doctor for the primary care team that I set up the appointment for. And then I get stuck with some resident intern, whatever you want to call them, from University of Texas, instead of the person I scheduled the appointment with. Oh, that person's conveniently unavailable. Really? Then why the heck did this appointment get set up with them? And the person who set the appointment wasn't available either. Was gone for the day. And because I blew up and I screamed and hollered at him for it, oh, you get a bad boy letter for showing bad attitude. Oh, yeah, I was such a bad boy. Where was the VA police? They weren't called. And then, like I said, they have completely removed my access to patient advocates on secure messaging. I can log into, actually, let's see. I don't know if they'll let me do it from my phone. I don't know if they've got secure messaging as part of the app yet. I can bring receipts. I can show this stuff. If I have to, I can log into the website. Show it. And they want to sit there and, I mean, they keep going back and forth where you can use whether or not you can use secure messaging with the VA app. That literally is nothing unless you actually are 100% service connected and receiving checks from them. You need a letter to show welfare or whoever. Otherwise, the app is a freaking joke. So sweaty. So hot and sweaty, you can't even get fingerprint sensor to work. I'm trying. What am I going? Doing? I'm trying to log into theirs. So great of an app. Oh, who showed it? Gravy! Yeah. Howdy, Gravy. Howdy, Sarge. Don't they? Don't they, Gravy? They want you to believe that they can do no wrong.
I want mashed potatoes gravy now. Thank you.
Yeah, honey, Gravy said howdy, and he goes, they want blind faith in their abilities when they have proven over and over they can't do things properly.
All right.
Yeah. True. They want you to trust in them. Trust in they think they're Christ. Trust and obey, 'cause there's no other way to be happy in Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I'm deliberately singing that screwball on purpose. I can sing better than that, slightly.
Gravy.
So our buddy Sergeant Gravy.
He's the one that's good with
He's on a lot of Sergeant Gravy knows Skipper. He knows Tav, angry, the angry vet. He knows he's good with everybody. He's around everybody. He's like I am. He's in there somewhere with a lot of different channels. You're stuck at home so much thanks to the VA that all you can do is support YouTube channels and whatnot. Which part's truth? The fact that we're stuck, the VA keeps us at home so we can't come in and complain, and all we can do is watch YouTube. Okay. What is this?
I just thought it was
Okay.
to work off.
I gotta show this. Forced me to relog in again, and now I got VA Online Services Terms of Use. Last updated March 2024. Getting VA benefits and services if you don't accept, if you decline. This ought be good. Let's read this out loud. Your decision to decline these terms won't affect your eligibility for VA healthcare and benefits in any way. You can still get VA healthcare and benefits without using online services. Blah blah. Okay. What will happen if you decline? If you decline these terms, we'll sign you out. You can still get VA healthcare and benefits by phone, by mail, or in person, but you won't be able to use some VA online services until you sign in again and accept the terms. That includes these services: VA.gov, My Health Event, My VA Health, VA Health and Benefits mobile app. Which means you won't be able to do these types of things using VA online services. Apply for some benefits, check your claim status and messages to your VA healthcare providers, refill your prescriptions, update your personal information. Okay. Well, don't call Cruz. He don't listen to nobody. You can't even get through to his office. I mean, heck, I'm here in Texas. He's my senator. He's one of my senators, and he's on the VA thing. He's on the VA committee, and you can't reach anybody in his office. Okay. Oh yeah, I could talk to the Veterans Crisis Line now. Contact us. Oh, okay. No.
Veterans Crisis Line. By the time you're done talking,
My VA 411. Okay. And I just gotta pull this down a second so I can show, in case there's any haters out there. What does it say right there about me? United States Navy, proof of veteran status. As in, yes. See? Pull this up in case there are any haters that try to say I'm not a vet. Here's a proof from the VA. Shove that up your freaking tailpipe and smoke it, veteran biker. And yes, I called him out finally. Called me a freaking fraud. Insurance claim, letter document, disability rating. Yes, and yeah, what goes with disability rating access? If okay, certain message. Two. Okay, I did find it in here. Let's see. I will read these off, and this is what's on my list of who I have access to message. And granted, I've removed stuff from other locations like New York and stuff that were still stuck on the Austin Desk A, Pack 8, Dr. Eaton, primary care. Yeah, doctor I've never gotten a chance to meet in person. Audiology, Central Texas VA plus. Cardiology, Austin Central Texas, at symbol. EMG, TBI, PMRS physicians at Central Texas VA. Yeah, the ones that are supposed to help you get the mobility scooter. But yeah, you show up because you can't get there due to mobility issues, and they just run you down as a no-show instead of following VA policy and guidelines that it was for mobility issues. They're supposed to review your health record directly, meaning they actually got to sit down and do something. Okay, eligibility and enrollment questions, admin, optometry, Central Texas. Order CPAP supply, Central Texas admin. Oh, they finally at least got something with my CPAP for here in Central Texas. That was for the longest time still stuck with Louisville. Let's see. Physical therapy in Temple. Okay, I've never dealt with them yet. Prosthetics administration. Well, that would probably be because that's who you go through to get a rollator. Prosthetics, brace, and limb. Okay, pulmonary. Okay, those are both for Central Texas VA prosthetics.
Right.
Pulmonary, Central Texas VA. Social worker, Austin, CDPK, BCS, primary care. Yeah, VA Video Connect FAQ, Central Texas admin. Business 17, COVID convalescence clinic. And Z, my Healthy Vet program questions, Central Texas admin.
It was Jamie. Stop.
Okay. I'm going to show these. Is still over to the bottom there. I'm showing these for the simple fact being, I want people to see. Let's stop. You heard me read them out loud. If you notice, patient advocates aren't on there. I love their categories: general, COVID, appointment, medication, tests, and education. Okay. Only use messages for non-urgent needs. Yeah, because they will take 3 to 10 days to get back to you. Or whenever they feel like actually opening it up. And then they'll get back to you on a phone number that doesn't even belong to you and say they reached out. And on a phone number that's never belonged to you. Oh, we tried calling them. When and where? Oh, that number you just put down in your little notes that says you tried to call doesn't even belong. Who's that? But that's the VA. That's the Central Texas VA. Tell kind of understand. You kind of get it with New York, Jersey, California, especially Southern California, maybe Central. But really, Texas, Texas, the Texas VA, the Texas VA don't give two shakes about vets. Think about that. The Texas VA doesn't give two shakes about veterans and their health care. What help is there for any of the other VAs in the country? Well, I understand, Graven. Let's have the right diagnosis. Here's the problem: they don't want to put diagnoses in the freaking paperwork to begin with. It took me, let's see, till last year was 2023, and the first time I saw them write it down anywhere was in 2016. From 2016 to 2023, there was one diagnosis that they refused to put in my medical record in any of the states, and that was, and they put it down on the application for a disability placard, and that was degenerative disc disease from osteoarthritis. Yes, very similar to what Miss Lynette Preston allegedly has. For those that watch that, and he should be going live for an hour or so too. But yeah, Texas VA is supposed to be one of the best in the nation, next to South Carolina. Yeah, and look at the problems Blind Justice has with his VA issues over there that way. I'm not sure if he's South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Georgia. I'll honestly say I'm confused with with our buddy Blind Justice. But I'm confused because there was some stuff with that one lady, that Miss Sumner, whatever her name was, of where she was licensed, stuff like that, and that's what threw me off. One moment, that, and because of the way YouTube suggested videos around that time, I was supposed to watch like Armed Fisherman and stuff, and okay, so I'm seeing Florida, and then I saw Blind Justice, and yeah, I'm not getting any younger. My memory ain't that great. My short term, anyways. But I remember stuff back when I was like 3, 4 years old. But yeah, Texas VA is. I mean, growing up, Texas VA was one of I always thought of Texas VA as that's the VA to get your health care from. Part of the reason why, even after service, I didn't even look at getting health care through the VA because I didn't believe I deserved it because I thought you had to be service connected to begin with. I didn't know that they had an income eligibility, and I think that's another reason why I get pissed on by the VA. Is I'm not there because I had my stuff shot at or blown up, or or had buddies die next to me in Iraq and Afghanistan. I'm not a post 9/11 veteran, and nothing against those guys. I mean, my wife is a post 9/11 veteran. They went through hell. They deserve everything they get. But but because I am not someone that can be basically shown on a commercial with Wounded Warrior Project or some crap, I'm worthless. Oh, you're just a low income. You were E nothing in the military. We don't give two shakes about you. Oh, hello, Lieutenant such and such. Hello, Commander such and such. I'm sorry you're missing your arm. Let's treat you and your wife to some coffee and donuts, and Yeah, here we go. We'll give you the best VA care possible. I've actually kind of watched that out. I see that kind of garbage there at the VA when I'm there. Oh, and yeah, here's another good one for you, Gravy. I think I got the picture somewhere. I know I took a picture. I hope it's safe. Um, Austin, the Austin Outpatient Clinic, or how you want to refer to it, even though it looks like a hospital. I mean, it looks like a modern day hospital. I mean, they even have driveways set up for like as if there was an ER in the building. Okay. I mean, it was built pretty nice. They take a second, breathe, gather my thoughts, get back in. Oh, they have a chapel there. Now, every single time I've been there, been to the Austin Outpatient Clinic, and been up on that second floor. Well, actually, you can kind of see it from the first floor. They have a chapel. The door's open. Sometimes the light's on, sometimes it's off in the middle of the daytime. I'm really talking like 10:30, 11 o'clock, 9:30, 9:45. Chapel's open. The door's open. Whether or not, and there's never any chaplain in there. And they have a sign. I gotta see if I got this picture. See if I can find that picture. They have a sign outside of the chapel. And that's another reason why I wish I had a mobility scooter. I would drive that mobility scooter from where I am all the way up there, just because of being a minister, a Christian minister. Yes, I'm not Catholic, but just to be there as to help fellow veterans. Let's see if I can find this image. If I can find it, I'll share it. Let's see. Back in other stuff and back before that. There's a solar eclipse. That's April. That's not Gotta keep going back. Let's see. Did I just go too far? Or that stuff from other places. Okay. Is that now loaded or not? Oh, well, this is here. I have to show this. That's on every metal office thing that they have. This, as a Christian, I find this very offensive. But this is all over the Central Texas VAs. See that? I can get the camera angle right to see it better, but yeah, that's in every patient area, and that, I'll zoom it back out, is behind the reception desk for the Austin facility director, aka the associate director or whatever. I think the file I need doesn't want to open. Let's see. And those are all pictures from before that incident, I believe. Okay. Yeah, apparently the picture didn't save correctly to the device. No, but there's a sign. Okay, back to the sign thing outside the chapel. It says, basically apologize that there's no chaplain in there. And says, and if you need to speak to a chaplain and one's not there, call this number or talk to staff. that same staff that's basically doing you wrong in the first place. This is an outpatient facility, but they have a chapel with no chaplain. And occasionally you'll see veterans sitting there, to take advantage of it, for prayer or whatever. But what I'm more getting about is the fact that basically it says if you need to speak to a chaplain, come talk to our executive professionals that are denying you healthcare in the first place. That's more what I'm getting at. Basically, you're not allowed to speak to someone else that might advocate on your behalf. Because God forbid you have a religious person advocate for you and your health care and your mental health, for example, for many of our fellow vets. Oh, you're in a mental health crisis? Here, we'll just instead of taking, because your mental health might be spiritually related. I mean, in my personal opinion, a lot of mental health issues, not all, many, you have shell shock, PTSD, a lot of that, is legitimate, but is medication always the right thing? No, sometimes and the hardest part is someone's spiritual grounding, where they are in their spirit walk can make a huge difference. Crazy Hillbilly, welcome. Finally starting to get some people in. How long did it had to be on for a while? Wow. Okay. Yeah, please like, subscribe. Yeah. Do the silly dance, y'all. Oh, the silly YouTube dance. Sorry, I don't have any banjos. I can pretend to sound like one. Uh, but no, but yeah, I mean, but never mind where someone needs on their mental health. But you're going to sit there and basically the people that are probably causing a veteran more mental health issues, which makes them feel spiritually attacked. Oh, and of course, think about this part. Okay, it's a chapel. It's a chaplain. I'm a Christian, Catholics. Yes, religiously, and the Jewish do not believe. Basically, it's a spiritual attack and an affront with those those magnets, the rainbows. And then, of course, at the center of that rainbow are what colors? And that's what they slapped all over every patient room, anywhere there's a metal object to snap it to. And you're going to say, oh, you feel like you're in a spiritual attack, but contact our office staff who will gladly ignore your existence. Yeah, it makes sense. The people that are basically attacking you, they want you to reach out to. That's basically what I'm getting at on that. It's just it's a circle jerk. Well, they ain't a circle jerk. Circle jerk implies fun. Yeah. Somebody forgot the freaking 50-gallon drum of Vaseline. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about, or at least I know you know Crazy. Probably Crazy Hillbilly too, with a name like that. You know. Heck, if there's anybody else here, please pop up, say hi. Oh, don't forget while they're putting lipstick on that pig too. I mean, here's one of the things I'm still trying to figure out for the longest time. Everyone else looks at me with my lymphatic edema and everything else, and automatically assume. I mean, even their own healthcare professionals assume that the reason I'm this big is because I overeat. As in diabetic obesity. And even their own medical professionals put that garbage in there. Obese due to excess calories, aka you're a fat pig, without looking at the record. How is it my A1C numbers and everything else from them says I'm not a diabetic? Because, and I'm not talking about hyperglycemia. I, you know, I've always felt, and with some family history, more of the hypoglycemic, as in I'm a low blood sugar person, naturally run low. And in fact, I took my British grandmother's advice, and when I was in the Navy, I would pick up, I'd occasionally pick up some peanut M&Ms, and they worked as a pick me up throughout the day. Yet I'm not diabetic, so but yet everyone around me wants to act like I am. But if you want, I mean, at least in the descriptions, a link to the Give Send Go for trying to help me get a mobility scooter. You donate $1 to it, great. Uh, if not, at least share. It is a vicious cycle, Gravy. And to be honest, if you're gonna have a chapel in the facility, at least have. Granted, the one I met in New York didn't deserve the job, but at least have a pretend chaplain in the door Monday through Friday. That's a that's a fun issue I had back in New York. That's New York. Oh, let's get into that one. This chaplain was a progressive Baptist at the Bath, New York VAMC. Yeah, he's a progressive Baptist. Now, being a minister, being a veteran, if you go to my ministry stuff, servantspirit.net, the website, Servant Spirit Ministries, if you want to look it up. I'm not streaming on any of that with this stuff because this is, to me, I try to keep, I'm trying to keep at least some separation between ministry and other shit. Okay. Um, some separation. But this guy was a progressive Baptist. I occasionally would say hi to him. I shared my ministry business card saying, hey, if there's any veterans over on this side of the county that need help getting a ride to ride into to the appointments or whatever, you know, here's my card, here's my info. Please share it with them. I'll gladly help out my fellow veterans. I want to help my fellow veterans any way I can. Okay. And even if they're not buying the religious garbage that he's pushing. Okay. You know, They want to speak to a different minister other than him. Put me on that, put me on, basically on a list of other, other ministers to be able to reach out to. Did he ever do that? No. I happened to be walking by his office one day. Just walking by, I was, handling other business. He says hello. Now he comes out his door, says hello to me. I say hello back, nice and friendly. He pulls me into his office to start a conversation. Now the only thing we talk about is, and me being a minister, I get stressed and things like that, but I know how to generally handle my stress, and I have my methods of where I go to reach out for, fellow ministers and whatnot to work anything out. Okay, if I need to go that far, but usually just some good deep prayer and solitude helps. In my case, and so, anyway, he pulls me in there and proceeds to, this is actually when I found out he was a Progressive Baptist, and that's how the conversation went. He basically put down into my health record that I was in there to see him because I was having some sort of crisis. He falsified the record to make it look like, I guess because I was the only person that he saw all day long, and he thought he could use me to at least show that he was doing something to earn his paycheck. Okay. And thought I wouldn't notice, not knowing that I'm one of these that generally within 30 days of me going into the VA under normal circumstances, for healthcare, whatnot, or any other type of visit, generally within 30 days, I am downloading a copy of Healthy Vet to see what notes were put in. I stay on top of that stuff. And gravy, yeah. And I'll throw it. They're not paying me a dime for it, but I'll say it anyways. That's where I think the Battle Buddies app is coming into play. Good for people. Is having Battle Buddies app for be able to help fellow veterans helping veterans. That kind of stuff. What the hell, honey?
What?
You saw that?
Come on.
No, no, no. Don't help her. Um, no, I thought it was smelling like not exactly propane, but close.
Stop it.
I mean, we only got the one. It could have vented a level. I don't know. It just hit me hard there. Anyways, yeah. Actually, that is incorrect, Gravy. Well, one, it wasn't a doctor that made the note. It was a chaplain. And then I've also had that happen with a social worker here in Austin, too. Basically, the social worker here in Austin, since pretty much 90% of what she wrote was garbage and was not what was said, and I disputed it, they turned around and basically completely deleted that section of her notes. And they pretty much removed that complete chaplain note out of my record for that incident back in New York. But yeah. Oh, did we lose the hillbilly? I guess so. I think I might have lost you too, Grave. I don't know. YouTube with the numbers thing is how it connects and shows on Rumble. Just not that great. Heck, the way I'm having to do this from a phone is that makes it even the way this phone app stuff works is it's better to be a participant on a live stream in phone mode on a phone, such as when Skipper from Veteran Nation was doing his, doing the dishes with him. We could join him while he's doing the dishes. And at least as a viewer, the text and stuff was right there. Here on using Rumble, it's just I got to pull up a separate thing and then basically block my view of my own camera in order to see the chat. But I do thank you for stopping by. Hope you gave it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Gave it a big brown dildo or something. See. Oh, wait. Sergeant Gravy, you were Army. You gave it the big green whoopee. The big whoopee. uh, Want to come on live with me? I can get you the link. Heck, I never got you back in my Discord either. Dog nabbit. I've been on for a while now. I might end and then come back later after. I think Skipper might be going live after. What the hell's? Yeah, so I dropped there. I said it. I said, like I say, I'm not trying to grift off nobody. I can't even. I mean, how would I grift off of them anyways? No, it just sucks that yeah. We're ordained minister. We live in an RV. We're in Texas, not Florida. I have degenerative disc disease from osteoarthritis. We have a daughter who is legitimately ours. But yet there's basically too many kind of wannabe similarities between us and the people that have been a thorn in somebody else's side. And all I did was try to reach out to him to ask to do an interview based upon faith, either phone or voice or video, totally separate from the other stuff they're doing. Their faith or all this, but they never got it back to me. But catch you later, Sergeant. Good gravy. Anybody else hiding in here? This only has about 46% battery at the moment now, anyways. So it can only hold up so long. Yep. Anybody else peeking under the curtains? My chair, then an old worthless vet. I don't have the super outrageous stories like getting arrested by the VA or nothing like that. They're really having the VA steal my digital vision equipment so I could see. Don't quite have that. Let alone caught on video. Heck, that conference I did with the executive director, I tried to video record, and all I could get was audio recording from the meeting. It was almost like they had some sort of digital blocker or something, because I had two devices that picked up audio, and I tried to get two devices pick up video, and the video ones didn't even, they grabbed before and they grabbed after on video, but they didn't grab video during, which was weird. But I do have audio, and I have posted that that audio from that conference that said where the Colonel Kiefer said he didn't look at the email. I have that audio, and it has been posted. It was posted in the Christian Cowboy Journal's podcast stuff. Actually, the full unredacted audio is at the end of the podcast. Unedited, unredacted, other than saving. And the only edit was basically trying to get it to save and post it with and attach it to the podcast. There was nothing done special to it. No audio enhancements, no nothing. Me sounding like a dumbass. Yeah, it's all there. I can see my own smiley face. And of course, we got Sailor Daffy there. It's not here, it looks like. Crap. Because, well, when we don't work in the RV, it's hot. Well, hotter than hell in Texas. It's still 109 degrees. Outside, 98 in. 109 should start being in the shade. Shade should be starting to cast over the weather station about now. So, 4 o'clock, yeah, usually it is. Usually start getting shade across the sidewalk. Start touching the RV at about 2:30 in the afternoon Central. Anybody else want to say hi or join me on stream? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs all around. Keep saying this stuff. Like it makes a difference. Supposedly, if I say subscribe or like, the buttons goes on YouTube will react. Yeah, okay. Never seen it. A lot of my shit, anyways. Yes, I cursed too. Not perfect. Well, that shit isn't technically a curse word. It's an object word. Brown stuff. Oh, at least I got some interaction. For those that stopped in and said hello, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. And again, you don't think cooling me down, or you might hear is this little green fan on low, so the batteries last as long as possible. I don't have no money. I don't have an income. I don't get paid anything for what I do. I pray for you. I pray for you for free. Minister talk about Christ, Bible study, any of that, free. My podcast don't cost a dime. I don't really have memberships for anything. Free. I mean, yeah, I'd like if I had help supporting the ministry to keep that going, or help with getting a powered mobility scooter. That would really be nice because I'd like to be able to travel more than 10 feet away from 10, 20 feet away from the RV. So making my wife walk a mile and a half to the store with her disabilities. She's legally blind. She has to walk to the store because I can't get that far. I can't even get up the hill. That's another thing about what mobility scooter I get. Has to be able to do more than that the 9% incline ones won't work. And then since I weigh so much, it has to be heavy duty. So heavy duty and has to do more than the 9% incline, which means close to the 20% incline ones. There's very few of those, and those are the ones that cost $3,000-$4,000 brand new. You can't get those off of Amazon or Walmart or for $200-$300 or Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. I can get them there. That'd be full-time RV, So sometimes, well, a lot of times we've been here at this public park. We've got 6 people here. Please say hello. A lot of times we've been here at this public park, but we've occasionally gone to the state park and other RV parks, stuff like that. A mobility scooter that could barely make it over the threshold at Walmart, over the little bumps to get in the door. If you've ever ridden one of theirs, when their batteries get low, they don't like to even get over the bumps. So that's the reason my Give Send Go asked for so much for a mobility scooter. Because there is a place between where I am right now, the local VA, the Auto Mobility Store. If you were to look it up on a map, it's between McKinney Falls State Park and the Austin, Texas VA outpatient clinic on the main crossroad right there. 2 heavy-duty mobility scooters they have are the Pride Victory 10, which the VA is known for issuing that one a lot. And they have another one that is big and nice. You can do a 20, and it's the only one that can do a 20% incline. They want over $4,000 for that one, brand new. I tried calling out to them to see if they have any program regarding used, refurbished, or helping out people get mobility scooters, but ended up getting lost in the phone tag problem. I called another place down in Kyle, Texas. They kind of put me on their list of when people donate used stuff, but that generally goes nowhere because I need heavy duty. Thanks to the VA, I weigh over 300, let's check, around 370 pounds. Even with all the sweating, I'm still weighing in at 370 pounds. Even though I sweat it out, I still blow up to replace it. Frustrating. I'm no longer taking the meds that blew me up. Does the VA give 2 shakes? No. What can you do about it? Whine, cry, roll over, play dead, and that's what the VA wants. Don't you dare come in here and bother us with your health issues. We told you once, we'll tell you again. You're nothing but a fat pig. Get out of our face. Stop eating. Get out and exercise more. Try our move program. Tried it. Didn't work. My problems are not related that way. But if you're here, say hi. If you can get past the YouTube opening video or whatever they want, advertisements they'd like to pull. Wonder what kind of ads pop up with it with me doing a rant about the VA. How wonderful and glorious the VA is. Or how wonderful and glorious Democratic wannabe nominees are with their hatred for our country. Oh yeah, kick me off YouTube. There we go. Should we get kicked off of YouTube? Has YouTube banned me yet? No. You stay tempered with my speech. So tempered. I'm not that controversial. Nobody wants to listen to me, but that's Sunday. First day of the week. What good is it? That was a thunder from a thunderstorm. Nope, that's just a jet out there. Wouldn't be so lucky. Lucky plucky duck. So we spend a lot of time ranting about the VA. I could go off on, and the fun part is, I've got more stories than that. I even have more stories about problems with the VA. But I don't have the video recordings. So therefore, nobody wants to see it unless it's video. Talk about it all day long. I have the video to show you. A video showing you me passing out inside their breathing chamber from coughing so hard. And the pulmonary test in Ohio. No, you can't. You can't have a VA mobility. You can't have a powered mobility scooter because you're not on oxygen. That should have been a reason to put me on oxygen. So you come up. If they deny you, verbally deny you, they use stupid reasons. And the other denials I've basically gotten, I can't appeal because they never send the letter. They never sent a denial letter in the mail that I can use to appeal. So I give up. And what's the point of going to the VA for health care if they don't provide health care? Like, as you say, you've been there, done that. I did it. I ticked the box. And now I'm stuck having to ask people. I've been trying to ask people for over a year now to help me get a powered mobility scooter. If you look, not much money has been raised. It just goes to show how few people really care about vets. I mean, seriously. You look at all the other campaigns and GoFundMe's and Give Send Goes. I mean, heck, that's stupid drama starter in Florida gets more donations for her drama than I can get from Powered Mobility Scooter. What's wrong with that picture? Somebody make it make sense. Or somebody tell me some other goofy reason or lie of why you think I don't deserve it. I don't deserve to have mobility. Why I don't deserve to be able to go out and view the trails. Why I don't deserve the opportunity to go and address my government's grievances in person. Why I don't deserve to let my wife stay home and relax a few, and me go make the trip all the way up to Family Dollar, the grocery store, to Walmart, at least on a powered mobility scooter, to get groceries. I'm not asking for a golf cart. I'm not asking for something fancy. I'm not even asking to replace the RV or the car that had the transmission go out in it. Heck, I haven't even started asking anybody on do a campaign or ask anybody for help with fixing my generator, buying a new generator. Heck, I've got 3 portables and 1 onboard, and none of them work as it is. I'd rather have somebody come out and fix what I got. But I know I'm not going to find that on YouTube or Rumble or any online platform like that. Because the chances of somebody being close enough to come and help me are slim to none. I hate asking people for help. I hate asking the VA for help. I didn't even want to get the handicap placard for the car in the first place. I did it reluctantly, and then I was only expecting to maybe get the red temporary one. I'll be able to park closer so I make it more enticing for me to go to the store more often. Where I didn't have to, to where I wasn't winded before I even got in the front door. So I would be able to go to the store more often and be able to go in the store and do shopping before getting back out of my vehicle before being super winded. But they give you the blue one, and my COPD has got and everything's gotten so bad. Yes, I smoked cigarettes still. Yeah, okay, fine. My COPD has gotten so bad, I can't even go 10. I can't even get up out of bed without being winded, let alone go 10, 20 feet from the RV. And the rollator I was issued by the VA, barely, because they tried to issue the wrong one. That's how bad the VA in Central Texas is. They couldn't even issue the right equipment. They issued a rollator, but they issued a rollator for somebody who weighs like 200 pounds, like somebody that weighs like a buck 75, not for someone that weighs almost 400 pounds. Luckily, the vendor called me before making the delivery, and we got it straightened out. Otherwise, I would have gotten a rollator. I couldn't even use. And now the rollator, I've had it over a year now, and it's had the brake cable bust on it yesterday, and it's wobbly, weak, and falling apart because I weighed too doggone much. And stuff's made too darn cheap. And all I do is use it as basically a camp chair to sit in outside because I can't sit in anything else. Nothing else will hold my weight. Nothing else that we can afford. I'm ranting. I'd rather talk about anything else. So help me here. If there's anybody there, help me. Help me talk about something else. Let me change the topic. Change the subject. I'd love to talk radios, but that's kind of hard to do because I ain't got no power, no generator. And the solar I have is nowhere near enough solar that would be needed. Got a little wannabe says it's 30 watts, barely. It's more closer to a 15-watt solar panel off of Amazon, and that's the second one. The first one didn't even put out that much, and the 120-watt flex solar panel from Fingertech. It was meant to help power an e-cooler fridge that died within a couple months because of bad connectors and wasn't even the right brand as the one that was in the advertisement. Like I said, every time I turn around, I'm the one getting the raw end of the stick. No way, because I'm a veteran. I'm white. I'm Christian. I'm a man. Just like some bearded drag queen. We want to take this one religious, but 10 times our near. We are so close. Yeah, that's probably some of the good stuff going on YouTube by now. So if you've been watching me in the shadows, thank you. Like, subscribe, follow, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Give it a punching belt, boxing glove on Rumble. If you're there, or if you find it on Rumble. But, all right. God bless you and keep you in your journeys. I hope you have better luck with the VA and your health than I did. And electricity, basic needs. Electricity. And I am.